What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Chuck Kohout coming to you live here with the Creative Real Estate Club, powered by Always Be Closing. Go ahead and click that subscribe button for me now. Share these videos, invite your friends. You're going to get nothing but real content here. So we're going to talk a little bit now about confirming the deal and clouding the title. If you've been watching this video series, we've taken you from nothing through marketing, how to call people, how to text them, how to engage in conversations, how to see the house, even if you're not there virtually, then how to go ahead and get paperwork signed without doing any research. If you can get yourself to that point, you're gonna be euphoric as hell. I mean, honestly, my old Toyota Avalon, and I gave it away, still has a dent in the ceiling from when I got my first deal locked up with absolutely no money, where I got in the car, I was like, fuck yes, out, damn it. So, I mean, you're gonna be on cloud nine, because at this point, if you can take it to that level, where you can get out there and you can get paperwork signed and you can walk out leaving, owning a house, and in fact you do, you're going to realize pretty quick there is nothing else you have to do in this life. You have just acquired a skill that will make you millions. The only thing that's going to stop you from doing that is just not working. So keep doing what you're doing if you've taken it that far. And if you've taken it that far, or you're one of my old students, I want to hear about it in the comments right now too. So go ahead and click that subscribe button, and then let's talk a little bit about confirming the deal and clouding the title. In order to confirm the deal, there's two things we're going to need to do. If those of you got a binder already, there's a cover sheet in there that you're going to fax over to the mortgage company that is foreclosing on the property you just bought, with the authorization to release from the seller, and that's going to allow you to talk to the bank on their behalf. Before you do that, you're going to call the bank, you're going to ask them where exactly to fax it. The next thing you're going to ask them, and take notes on this, you're going to ask them what their turnaround time is. That is the amount of time it takes somebody at the bank to get off their ass, turn around, pick up your letter off the fax machine or print it out from their email, type it into the system, figure out what the actual payoff is, and then send it back to you. Now we're going to know what the debt load is on the asset you just bought. Okay, after that, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to order title. A lot of times I'm going to do this inexpensively through a title searcher. If I'm going to do it through a title company, I'm going to make sure they realize it is a search only. Okay, you do not want title insurance. A title search can cost you next to nothing, maybe a couple $100. If you're doing it through a searcher, it may cost you 30, 60, or 90. We're establishing relationships with title companies you guys can exploit right now. If you accidentally order title insurance, and I've done this a few times myself, it's a very hard lesson, you're going to get a bill one way or another for maybe $2,500, maybe $3,000, and it's going to suck a fat. You really don't want to do that by accident. We call that a lesson. It's more expensive than the course that some of you have purchased already, and if you haven't, you're really going to want to get on that Always Be Closing LLC website sooner rather than later, because you don't want to be left behind. Now, when you get that title report back, it's going to look like a train wreck. It's going to be maybe as thick as the yellow pages, especially if you're doing title searches in one of the original 13 colonies, North Jersey, New York. Title is recorded in the county seat, so in Bergen County that would be in Hackensack, or if you were in Manhattan, there's a county courthouse for one of the 5 boroughs. And I mean, it is going to be the history of that property since that property was subdivided and established. And that chain of title is going to go back so far through history that sometimes it might actually predate the printed press. You might have a fucking lien on there that's handwritten, paid to John Hancock for 39 cents that's now worth $2 million. The bottom line, the whole point of title is just to assure that when title does transfer, that all those liens and judgments throughout the past have been paid off, and this is so clean title can transfer. In many cases, you guys are going to be buying properties subject to their existing debt, which means that we are going to be one of the few cases where all this shit is not paid off. Now, the simple way to conceptualize that is, a lot of you people have gone out there and you've taken out a mortgage and you bought a property, and then you turned around and you deeded it, maybe with the help of your lawyer, into an LLC. So title was not clear when that transferred, and it's exactly the same kind of thing you're doing, where you're taking a property from a seller and you're putting it in your name, your LLC, or as we get more complicated with this stuff, a land trust. And it is a title transfer, whether the debt is in your name one way or another, you are the legit owner. Okay, once we have a good look at all the things that are on title and all the payoffs from all the different lenders, now we know what kind of a deal it is. Initially, we might have thought it was an assignment, a contract, or a wholesale deal. It may now be a subject to deal. It could possibly be a short sale. It could be an assignment of rights, or it could be a hybrid of any one of these things. The sky is the limit. What we really just want to teach you right now is the process and how to cookie cutter it. So get out there, talk to people, get your fucking paperwork signed. Once it's signed, do the research after the fact. Make no promises. The only promise you're allowed to make is a promise that you're going to throw your heart into it. You can't make the situation any worse than it already is. And in the event it's an absolute train wreck and you and I can't figure it out together, one way or another when it's over, another promise that I'm going to let you make is we are going to allow you to promise them one way or another when this is over, we will work with you to restore your credit. My name is Chuck Kohout. Always be closing. Bye for now.